welcome back to the channel. This is the long-awaited 1-year anniversary special. Technically 13 months, but you know what happened. So, better late than never. Here's the problem. On paper, this doesn't look that interesting. So, hopefully it will be. We'll see what happens. As promised, I bought a bottle of champagne. Andre, California Champagne. Extra dry. $7.49. So, I'm going to pop this open if I can get the foil off. I might have to trim this down. Cheap champagne, you know, you get what you pay for. It's like the foil is glued to the, doesn't have a cork. It's got a metal, like a metal cap, screw-on cap with like plastic crap. See, it's sticking. It's all glued. Cheap champagne. All right, that's there it goes. There we go. It's bubbly. All right, just this cheap, you know. Anyway, thought I would do, you know, as you know, I started collecting records right before I started the channel. So, looked through my records and I picked out the 5 that I think I probably picked out the 5 that I probably listened to the most in this past year. So, let's try this champagne. Not good. It's not good. But first up, Murphysboro with their self-titled debut album. 4-piece band from Germany. They're like death metal influenced grindcore, I think is how they describe their sound. It's very, you know, it's not like death grind. You know, it's kind of death metal with some grind. I don't know. It's great. I've talked about it more than once. I also have it on cassette. Oops, this is back. I also have it on cassette. Out on Life After Death Records. Ordered it right from them. You know them, I'm sure. Find some place to put these. I gotta move my champagne out of the way. There we go. Next up. If you ask me my favorite Slayer album, I'd probably just automatically say Rain in Blood. But the Slayer record that I've listened to the most, you know how you're flipping through and as soon as you hit one, you just stop and pull it out. There's no thinking. And it's this one. Show No Mercy. Debut. You know it. I would, if you've never heard this album, comment that you've never heard it. Because everybody has heard this. I'm up to 585 subscribers, and every one of you have heard this album, right? Anyway, Slayer, Show No Mercy. I've shown this before. All these you've seen before if you watch my collection updates, but I want some nice splatter. I feel like I'm rushing. I need to settle down. Settle down. Savage Master, Myth, Magic, and Steel. Now, I'm usually talking about more underground, you know, heavy, you know, death metal stuff. This is, I guess, what you'd call, you know, new wave of traditional heavy metal. And I love it, you know. I think what Stacey Savage, her vocals, I dig her vocals. And I think that's why I love this so much, because typically with these types of bands, I don't hate the music, but the vocals sometimes could just really get on my nerves, you know. And this, she does not. This is a great album. I recommend all their albums. They have 4. Great stuff. Now, these next 2 albums, they have nothing in common, But for me, they're two great examples of albums to listen to while you're smoking weed, right? Both of these, I just love smoking while I'm listening to these. First up is Devil Master, Ecstasies of Neverending Night. Their second full length. I love them, you know. Always have, always will. Devil Master. I shouldn't say always will, because, you know, they could do something and I'd be like, I'm out. You know, musically, like, let's play, you know, prog, whatever. I don't know. I shouldn't. I feel like I'm gonna go on a rant or something, you know. This completely different style from Devil Master, Gravesend. This is their first album, right? They have a new album coming out. This has a name, Methods of Human Disposal. They have a new album coming out soon. They've released like at least one single. It's good. So I plan on buying that. Great album. It's very, what do you want to say? Yeah, it's grindcore, you know, and it's like once in a while, like you feel like there's just like a dash of war metal. Like it's very hostile, I feel, this music is. Yep, in a good way, right? But yeah, Gravesend. That's it. Those are like the 5 records I probably listen to the most. Because a lot of times you buy them, you listen to them once, twice, you find a way, you go on to the next one kind of thing. But certain ones you keep going back to over and over. And that was these for me. So, my most popular videos. So in the first year, I really only have 2 videos that just kind of went through the roof. Everything else, you know, does well. But 2 videos just through the roof. One is my Battle Vest video. Last time I checked a few days ago, almost 4,500 views and over 200 likes. One thumbs down. Go figure. But yeah, that one is just getting pushed. I guess the algorithm is just pushing it like crazy because it's like my most viewed video every day, you know, for like a while now. Even when I upload something new, it never gets as many views as that Battle Vest video gets. So yeah, video is popular. My second most viewed video was CD collection, #1. Those are always popular. I'm sure if you've done one, it's probably done really well. You know, over 2,000, almost 2,000, over 70 likes. So yeah, and like I said, there's a lot of, like, my first video gets a lot of views. My first ever collection update, it still gets steady views, you know, and whatever. Next up, wanted to give some shout outs. So unless I missed somebody, 3 different channels gave me a shout out in this first year. So I thought I'd give them shout outs back, even though I have, you know, a couple of them, I think. Anthony at Metal Miners. He was the first guy to give me a shout out. You know, appreciate it. So yeah, you should all know Metal Miners. He loves death metal just like me. So if you like me, if you like my taste in music, you're gonna dig his taste in music. So yeah, a lot of common ground between us when it comes to death metal. Next up is Rick at the Dreadful Minutes. He gave me a shout out, you know, like in a contest video. He's having a contest right now, and I haven't watched the video yet. There's all these contests going on, you know, like Analog Archives has a contest, and I don't have enough records, you know, to enter it. You know, I guess I could just put pictures up of stuff I don't have, but the whole idea is to show your records, and I just don't have enough to enter that one. And who else? Mark G with a C has a contest. And the third question, I don't think I've actually bought anything that I've seen on another channel, because I spend most of my time buying up, you know, like I spent a lot of time buying up the old classics I used to own, you know, repurchasing those. So I don't get a lot of So I can't really do Mark G with the Seas contest because I can't answer all 3 questions. And who else? I think the Metal Marty Mac just ended, and who else? I saw these contests going on. I want to have a contest. I was going to do it at 500. I'm up to 585. Probably do it at 666. So get me to 666 and I'll give some records away. So, yeah, Rick's Dreadful Minutes, check him out. And Pieface. So Pieface, you probably know him, he comments a lot. He shouted me out. I don't think I ever thanked him. So thank you, Pieface, for the shout out. Here's a shout out back. Check out Pieface. He does a lot of contest entries and stuff. Like he's doing some now. So check out Pieface. So we'll see. This seems like a train wreck, but I'm going to keep going. I started 2 other channels while I had this channel, and I don't think I ever mentioned them. That's just not good champagne. And I've had good cheap champagne. Yeah, in Vegas, I went through like a wine phase, and then I'd get champagne once in a while. And I picked up this, it was like $10 or $12 a bottle, and it was great champagne. This Andre is not good stuff. Sorry, not going to get sponsored by Andre's champagne. So yeah, my other channel. So I try not to mention cannabis that often because YouTube doesn't like it, and I'm afraid I'll get age restricted because I guess if I talk too much about it, they'll age restrict me. That's just not good. You don't get, promoted as much, I think, is the problem when you're age restricted. So I started a cannabis channel. Now, the original idea was just to talk, smoke weed, because you can smoke, you just get age restricted. So the idea was to smoke, and most of these weed channels where they do reviews and stuff, the music is always like hip hop, mostly. Which makes sense, right? A lot of, cannabis culture, mixes well with the hip hop stuff. I get that. But I wanted to do a metal themed cannabis show where while I'm, doing the montage, blowing smoke up at the camera or whatever, then they're playing death metal instead of, boom, boom, whatever, So that was my idea. So I did a couple test videos just doing reviews. I got 2 posts. So I'm going to post a link in the description to my Cannabis Apocalypse is the name of the channel. I did 2 reviews. The first one, Panama Mac number 5, I believe it was. I'm going by memory. It was like an hour-long rambling thing that I recorded. I just started talking about it. I think I was talking about an ex-girlfriend and this and that. Well, I knew nobody would watch an hour-long, cannabis review. So I edited it. Spent a long time editing this thing down to 7.5 minutes. So there's a 7.5 minute version of an hour-long rambling. I might upload the uncut version, if somebody wanted to see it. But that channel has 8 subscribers is all. Nobody subscribed to it. Nobody cared. So I just quit. I gave up on it. But I wanted to do metal themed, maybe even just do this kind of stuff, but smoking while I'm doing it, and then it would be over there, or whatever. I thought about doing after show, every video I do an after show to upload over there where I'm smoking my after show, So yeah, Cannabis Apocalypse, they didn't go over. The other review is for a Mike Tyson strain, So yeah, if you want to check those out, the first review starts out really slow and boring. But yeah, once it kicks in, I think it gets interesting. So yeah, just hang in there. Don't shut it off for 30 seconds because it takes about 1.5 minutes to get going, I think. So yeah, anyway, my other channel. I really want to start a channel that I can get monetized. So you may not know this. I ran across it by accident. There are channels on YouTube of people that scratch off lottery tickets. And one of these guys, the guy from Texas, Fixin' to Scratch, has over 100,000 subscribers. You know, I don't know what kind of money that makes, but I guarantee you, it's making some money. You know, 100,000 subscribers, and it's monetized out the ass. You know, commercials every so many. You know, it's not just at the beginning. They cut in throughout the whole video, running commercials. You know, it's maxed out. So, guy's making some buck. You know, and once in a while he hits, you know, a claimer, and you know, never hit a huge jackpot. Some of these people have though. There's videos online of scratching, you know, like huge, you know, $1 million jackpots and stuff. Those channels, those views get in the millions, you know, when you have one of those. So I started a channel and it was originally called, I forget, it had a stupid name because I was just wearing like Hawaiian shirts and trying to do a scratch off video. Didn't really catch on. So I decided to kind of change things. So I changed the name of my channel. Scratch Scratch Win was my original channel name. And I decided to kind of, do a big overhaul. Reboot. I rebooted as Scratching After Dark. And I bought me like a silk robe and an ascot and a martini glass. And I was kind of like a Hugh Hefner kind of character. You know, welcome to Scratching. I paid a guy, went to Fiverr.com and paid a guy to do the voiceover. Welcome to Scratching After Dark. You
Welcome to Scratching After Dark. Sit back, relax, and let's scratch off together.
It was brilliant. You know, and I started over, you know, Scratching After Dark episode 1 and didn't catch on, never hit 100 subscribers. You know, if I'd have started with Scratching After Dark from the beginning, because that first video I did got tons of views, but then my views kept going down with each video. And by the time I switched over to Scratching After Dark, I was just not getting the views, you know. So we'll see. But yeah, I stopped. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, if you want to just jump to the last. So I watched the first one. I would always like try to say something funny at the beginning of each video, you know. Nobody really laughed. But anyway, that's my other two channels. I'll put links to both of those in the description if you want to check them out. Future channels. I'm just going to tell you. Do you want to hear my idea? You can't fucking answer me. I'll just tell you, reselling. You know, there's channels of people that, you know, you buy shit at yard sales for cheap, and then you list it on eBay for, you know, expensive, and you sell it and you make a money and you're a reseller, right? I've done that shit since the beginning. My first eBay account, I registered, they'd only been around for like a year, you know. This was like before PayPal. You had to, when you won an auction, there was no, you know, you had to actually email each other. They give you each other's email and you had to contact it and hash everything out and send like a money order. You know, that's how it was in the beginning of eBay. I was buying and selling shit back then. I've just always done this. Grew up, you know, we always had yard sales and we always went to yard sales when I was a kid. So it's just something I've always done. So I'm watching these guys and some of them are really good, you know. But yeah, it's just a matter of like, here's what I sold on eBay today. And they, you know, they're pulling the inventory out, you know, and doing their packing and shipping. They're just talking to the camera while they're doing it, you know. So it's like, you know, I paid 50 cents at a yard sale for this, and I just sold it for $19.99, you know, plus shipping. You know, I've done that shit. So I'm in the process of acquiring more, you know, inventory and getting that shit listed. And once I get to the point where I'm making steady sales, I'm going to start shooting videos and I'm going to have a reseller channel. And some of these guys, man, you know, tens of thousands of subscribers they get. And they're doing videos like daily. A lot of these guys every day, you know, here's what I sold on eBay today. You know, they just film themselves working. You know, why not? So I'm going to give it a shot. and I'm going to try to get monetized, because I really want to get, I'm not monetizing this channel. You know, I've said that many, many times, but I want to start a channel that I can monetize just to see what it's like, see how much money there really is out there, because people have got rich doing YouTube, you know. And it's like, yeah, if you get like 1 million subscribers, baseball cards, right? I've dealt in baseball cards my whole life. You know, pack rips. People buy boxes and they rip packs and they just film themselves opening packs of baseball cards. I could do that, you know? And it's like, I'm not a huge sports fan, but I'm a fan of cards, you know, sports cards and non-sports cards. I've just always been a fan, you know, and it doesn't really matter the sport. If it's a standard size trading card, I want it. You know, it's just, it's, you know, collecting, I think, is a type of mental illness, right? You just, you lose sleep sometimes. You know, if you're a collector and you collect comic books and you're missing an issue, you can not get to sleep at night because you're like, yeah, I need that issue to fill that spot. It's like OCD or something, you know. But yeah, there's a guy that does pack opening videos that has like 250,000 subscribers, and he's not that good, I don't think. You know, don't tell him I said that, but I don't think he's that good. I think, you know, if I'm in the right frame of mind, it's like, you know, I'm not going to be like Mr. Like, there's one guy that does these pack videos that he's got like everybody's batting average memorized, you know, knows what everybody, you know, this guy, he's on a 5-game hitting streak or whatever. It's like he's like an encyclopedia. I can't do that shit. Don't want to do that shit. But no, you know, it's like, you know, I'm a card guy. I could come up with some card quips while I'm opening packs, I think. So yeah, I'm going to give that a shot too. Those are my two big, you know, all in. That's my last two big ideas to get monetized. So I'm going to try both of those in the near future. Maybe early next year. Who knows? Future videos. I've been promising forever discography rankings. So I'm in the process. See, it's hard for me. A lot of you guys could probably just like put every, you know, Slayer album in order, you know, from best to worst. And I would have to re-listen to some of their stuff to really, you know, you know, but some of you can do this. I listen to like every Napalm Death album, like right in a row, like more than once, you know, like boom, start over with the first one, listen to all of them. Did it like took me 3 times before I could finalize an order, right? So that's where I'm at. I've got them in order. I'm going to re-listen to them again in order that I've got them in and take notes. And also, you know, while I'm taking notes, make sure for one last time, this is the correct order. I take like 6 months to do like one ranking, and some of you could just knock one out like that. I don't know. It's just, you know, but anyway, Napalm Death is the one that I'm working on. Also, got a package in the mail from Iron Blood and Death Records out of Mexico. Stack of CDs they wanted me to check out, so I'm going to check them all out, you know, give them a proper listen to all of them, and I'm going to show them off, you know. So yeah, thanks to Iron Blood and Death Records for that. And just takes me forever, but I'm going to go through them. I want to do it a proper way. I don't want to half-ass it. So when I can get time to listen to all those CDs, I'm going to do the video. So it's all I got wrote down, you know. I kind of wanted to, Battle Vest. I want a back patch. Nunslaughter. So, you know, I have a lot of patches. I don't have a vest. I had to buy a vest. I might do another one, you know. Not just because I want to do another video about it, but it would be cool to have another one. And this is a really nice Nunslaughter patch. Got this from Hell's Headbangers. You know, official woven. You know, I don't know if they still got them, but, you know, check out Nunslaughter stuff on Hell's Headbangers. So, 1 year anniversary video. Not, like I said, you know, not not good on paper. You know, I knew I wanted to do an anniversary video. I just didn't know what to talk about. You know, it's been around a year. You know, I do the week in metal every week. I skip weeks here and there, and I'm behind. I get it done, though. And I find good music to listen to. I do collection updates. Got a collection update coming soon. I just counted. I got like 14 things to show. You know, I just had to get this anniversary video out of the way because I've already got 2 videos done and ready to upload that I will do. You know, I'll upload this whatever day this is uploaded on. The next 2 days, 2 more videos. First up, bloopers and outtakes. You know, might be funny, might not. And then sports story time. I tell stories about meeting, how should I say it, some douchebag, you know, sports guys, athletes. So, yeah, check that out in a couple days. And then I'll try to do the collection update. And I got to work on a week in metal. So, yeah, very busy, you know. May not seem like it, but I got shit going, you know, in every direction. So, yeah, I'm just, I guess, going to wrap up, you know. Went on this long, crazy rant that I had. I know I'm cutting it out already. I'm not, you know, not dumb. Well, let me just talk. You know, the only really controversy, talk about this, the only videos that I've got thumbs down on, it's like I pretty much know why, you know. Like the first thumbs down I ever got was like my second collection update, I think, where it was all Metallica. And I knew, like, I decided I'm not even going to bring up the Black Album, you know. And I did this at the end, like the last record I showed was like the Garage Days, you know, EP. And then I'm like, that's it. You know, if I'm missing anything, you know, let me know, or something like that. You know, I made like a kind of a quip or whatever. Yeah, I knew some Black Album fan would give me a thumbs down. They did, like the second day, you know. Black Album #1, you know. So I knew that was coming. And I did like a really bad video, like a week in metal, and like Pete and Joe both told me it was terrible, you know. I got some problems, and sometimes it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. I'll just say that. So, yeah, that was like a week from hell, and lucky to have done it at all. And I haven't went back and watched it, but yeah, Pete told me it's like the worst video I ever did. So yeah, that got a couple thumbs down, I think. So yeah, people agree. Anytime I mention Satanic War Master, I get a thumbs down. So yeah, Satanic War Master. So I'm gonna wrap up. Yeah, I don't think this video is that good, but I had to do it. I just had to do it because I've been wanting to, you know. So did the best I could with the notes I had. Like I said, tomorrow, bloopers and outtakes. After that, story time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Check out the next. If you watch this video, you're like, man, this guy's crazy or something. Watch the next 2 before you bail. I think you'll enjoy. If you like sports, not everybody, even if you don't like sports, yeah, I don't really tell good stories about athletes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think I'd give a shout out, you know, to some, you know, not, anyway, fuck, this is terrible. Thanks for watching. Later.